In this video, I'm going to be talking about stuff a little bit different. I haven't done any videos for a while. I was going to do some more on the narcissism thing with family of origin. But this one is a little bit off topic. But I'm so angry right now that I just need to do this video to warn other people. Now, this is regarding selling on Amazon. Anyone that's doing that. Now, I know on YouTube you get all these things. You're selling on Amazon, can make all this money, blah, 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 and FBA. Bullshit. Bullshit. Now, you got to excuse because it might be a little bit swearing in this video because I'm super angry. Okay, bullshit. First of all, selling on Amazon, and I'm not talking about, you're just selling a few things here and there like a garage sale. I'm talking about you're actually a real business. Even if you're small, you're a business and you're selling on Amazon. I would never for the life of me do FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon. My reason is this. When you do FBA, that means you're sending your inventory to an Amazon warehouse. You have no control over whether it gets there or not, the condition it gets there, if they check it, and what happens to it, and you lose a lot of control, okay? I've heard stories where people have had shipments that were damaged, inventory was lost. Okay, that's that. That's not good. The other part is when you do the FBA, Amazon has control over your business because they have control over those products because they have it in their warehouse. You're charged storage fees, you're charged processing fees because they're processing the orders, they're doing the customer service. Any refunds, they're doing the refunds and they might resell them or whatever, it's a loss. Okay, so you know what? Lots of luck with that. And then sometimes what happens is if you got like dead inventory, they'll store it for you, they charge you, plus you have to pay, I think, to get it back, or else they can destroy it, do whatever they want with it. Okay, I've heard cases where people lost money doing this, and we're talking big bucks, not 20 bucks here, like thousands and thousands of dollars, okay? Bullshit, bullshit. That's why I would never do it. Because it defeats the whole purpose of having a business. The reason you have a business is because something you created yourself and you have control over. Now, not to be like a control freak, but yeah, in business you are. That's your baby. That's yours. You know, that's the main reason. Anyways, that makes sense to me. That's what I would do. Okay, that's that part. This other part. I do what I do. People that do the third-party seller online, which means fulfillment by merchant or whatever they call it. Whatever. Okay, so you're the one who's shipping stuff out yourself. I don't really want to get into like what I personally do because it's not about me in the sense, it's just about what happens. So I'm trying to keep it, like anonymous kind of, but basically, I don't sell everything. That's the other thing. I don't sell everything on Amazon either. That's the other thing I should mention also. If you're selling something on Amazon that's mass produced, unless you have um, some kind of distributor rights where you're the maybe one of two people or three people selling it, allowed to sell it, I wouldn't do it because a lot of mass produced items with the pricing, it's a race to the bottom. That's the other problem with selling on Amazon and eBay. There's a lot of people, they don't care if they make any actual profit. They just care they make a sale. Even if you know what? You can make a shitload of sales and be at a loss because you lose money on every sale because your price is too low. You can't cover your expenses, okay? Well, I've seen this lots where people do this. So I personally would not sell anything mass produced on Amazon because it's a race to the bottom. And because of their catalog system, the way it's set up, um, it's not an individual. I don't know. I haven't sold Fleabay for a while. I call it Fleabay. But they're trying to do some stuff like Amazon, which is a bad mistake. But they're more like if you get this seller page, your individual listing page, okay? That's a lot different. You have control over that. That's much better than doing this catalog page like what Amazon does. So what they do is if you got mass produced items, they have the catalog page. Okay, so you're to sell that product, you have to use that catalog page. You're not supposed to do duplicate pages for the same thing, right? So what happens, everyone that's selling it, and because there's lots of people that are, doo-doos on there, they're doing the lowest price, they lowball, so it's the race to the bottom. Okay. And some distributors do not enforce MAP pricing, which is minimum pricing, that you cannot sell under that amount, or else they will close your account. You will not be doing business with them. Okay, a lot of companies, I don't know why, but they don't do MAP pricing, and if they do, they don't enforce it. And it'd be hard to enforce it because look how many people are on Amazon. I mean, bloody sake. I got some sales that I've made, and I don't know. I'm not gonna say what it is, whatever. I don't want to get personal, but I get personal enough to make my point, but I'm not gonna get too personal. Okay, so I don't know. I haven't been selling, since that virus. I haven't really been selling on anywhere much. I have to, plus I was sick. I was in the hospital a couple months ago. A crazy thing happened. Anyways, so I haven't been doing a lot with my business since the virus. I've been laying low, and the reason is because the manufacturers are having problems with delays and shipping delays. I didn't want to go there because to me it's like that's a big hassle with customers, when are you shipping it out? What happened to my product? I don't want to go there. It wasn't worth it to me, so I just lay low. So I'm just starting back up again. Okay, for example, I got some things there. I sold this one thing. Uh, in my home and kitchen category, sales rank is 4 million. I'm like, wow. I got 113 million, like I sold like a couple years ago, something. Like, come on. That's how many people are on Amazon. It's big, stiff competition. You're like a needle in the haystack. It's like you don't exist. 12 million, 11 million, 14, 12, 12, 12. I mean, I've never really made big bucks on Amazon, so I don't know if other people are doing it. I have no clue how they do it. I think it's better for me just to stick to my own website. But anyways, it's just another, to me, I wouldn't base my business on Amazon. It's just another selling venue to me. I can take it or leave it because, to be honest, after what happened now, Amazon is, poo poo, whatever. It's far down on the list. It's not a priority for me. I was spending a little bit too much time. I'm going to put number one focus on my website. Screw these people. Okay, so anyways, I'm trying to look here. So where was I? Um, 10 million. Yeah, okay. I don't know where I was. I lost my train of thought. I hate that when that happens. Okay, so what I'm saying is with the third party seller, if you're not doing the FBA, doing the fulfilled by merchant, this is the problem. Amazon keeps changing their policies. And the thing is, they always have their policy where it's benefits them and screw you. So this is basically their policy. It's customer is always right. It's customer centric, but in the extreme. A lot of things that people buy stuff on Amazon, you would never ever get away with it in a real business. Like go to any other actual business on the internet, private business, you would never get away with that shit. Or go in person, you'd never, for sure, you'd never get away with it. So after this phone call today I had with the seller support, I've totally disgusted and I had enough. So basically, this is how it is. They've changed it. They used to have, they have what they now call these returnless refunds. So they've implemented, see, before, like when you had a refund request, you had to manually approve it. Okay, so that way you could talk to the customer and try and resolve the issue. Me personally, what I do is whatever the problem is with the product, if it's damaged or something, I need a photo. I require a photo to show it. Then if it's legit, I offer a a return a replacement free of charge. And most of the time, 99.999% of the time, that solves the problem. I never hear from the person again. And with that resolution, at the very worst case scenario, I break even on that transaction or I make itsy bitsy profit. That's my first course of action. Um, if circumstances don't warrant that for whatever reason, I base it, on what each situation individually, then I would give the person a full refund, including shipping and handling. Now, it doesn't happen very often, so it's no big deal to me because I'm not doing it all the time, so the losses aren't that great, right? So I have to cover it. And because when I sell on Amazon on the US, I'm in Canadian, so for me it's not worth it to get the item shipped back up here. So I just usually, some people say you shouldn't, but yeah, I let them keep it because of my circumstance. I'm at a disadvantage in a lot of ways because I'm Canadian, but I work around it. Anyways, so that's what I do, and it works. So then the Amazon, I don't know. I don't keep up with everything. Like I said, for the virus, I haven't really been doing much in my business stuff because it's not worth the headache with the manufacturer delays, problems, the virus. Um, they had shutdowns and then, or they're slow working, and then carriers have problems with congested, parcels, and I just didn't want the headache. But anyways, that's a little bit off topic. Okay. So what Amazon did do, I guess at one time they had this thing where they got these returnless refunds, which how I understand it, which means if you're a third party seller, not fulfillment by Amazon, because Amazon controls everything. That's the thing. Amazon wants to control everything. So you have, if you're a third party seller and you're fulfilling your own orders, they have this returnless refund thing. So if it was like under $10 or $10 and under, I think it's under $10, that they would do this automatic returnless refund. So a person could get the claim for a refund, get their money back, keep the product, even if it wasn't legit. Okay. And I'll tell you why. I bet you a lot of them aren't legit. I'll tell you why in a minute. That's bad enough. Okay, $10 isn't a lot of money. But you know what? You got to consider that Amazon is a big corporate entity. Jeff Bezos, call him whatever, Jeff Bezos or whatever. He's a Isn't he a billionaire or something, right? He doesn't have money issues, does he? Probably not. So what I'm saying is, see, Amazon is passing the risk on this particular policy, passes the risk to the third party seller. It is the third party seller that is losing because of this Amazon policy. Amazon doesn't lose at all. How does Amazon lose? If you sell a product, they take a fee. You do the refund because you're the one selling the item, and they give the full refund. You lose. You don't have an option to try and save that sale, either by resolving the issue so the person does not return it and doesn't need a replacement, or you replace it and break even or make a little bit of profit, or once in a while you might have to actually do the full refund with shipping and handling, which is going to happen, right? Because things happen. But that should be at a minimum, because if you're doing lots of refunds and something wrong, then you have to find out why and fix it, right? Okay, so this policy is bullshit because it passes all the risk to the third party seller. So the third party seller loses every time. And you don't even have a say in the matter because it's done automatically based on a dollar value of the sale. And at one time it was like under 10 or whatever, and now it's up to under $25. Now, to Jeff Bezos, that's not a lot of money, is it? But you know what? If you're a small business and you work your arse off, okay, and the stress and all this, now that it's under $25 or 25 and under, that adds up. You got 4 sales, you got almost $100 gone out the window. And how many sales you got to make that up? You're not even breaking even because you can't even offer the customer a free replacement. So if you at least could offer the customer, depending what you're selling and the circumstance, if you could at least offer the customer a free replacement, you would at least break even or make a minimal profit. But in this case, because of the returnless refund, you are losing money on all those transactions. You can't save any sales and you can't even break even because they've taken that choice away from you because of their policy. That doesn't hurt them, but it hurts you as a third-party seller. But of course, it hurts the third-party seller who's doing their own fulfillment. It doesn't hurt the FBA, right? But FBA gets screwed in different ways, but whatever. That's a different story. That's why I'm so pissed off, because that is total bullshit. Now, this is the thing. I have a case where a customer ordered a product, and I've sold this product before. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? I got my stuff made by the manufacturer. They can only make what I give them when they're printing stuff out. I'm not going to get into what it is, whatever, but it doesn't matter. Okay, this is my point. I've sold this item before. There's nothing, no problems. Manufacturer can only do what I give them to do. I tell them what to do, they do it. I pay, right? Or else they wouldn't be in business very long either if they were screwing up left, right, and center. So, what happens is, this person buys this item, and then about 2 weeks later, they don't contact me at all. I get this email, and they've done this returnless refund because the item was $24.99. Stupid me, right? If I would have known. I just found out all this after because, like I said, I don't have all day and all night to read all these things, and they're always changing shit. And another thing too, I was going to bring up. I guess I'm going all over the place. I was going to bring up on the product detail page just now. The descriptions are disappearing. Like, what the F is that? That's another topic. Maybe I should say that now before I go back to the other thing. It's kind of confusing, but I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place. Okay, so I'm kind of acting like I have the ADHD or something. So you know what? This bullshit on the product detail page, and I just noticed this, and I did some research. Other people are having the same issue. What kind of bullshit is this? Where the product descriptions have disappeared. There's no descriptions on my items. I've tried different browsers. I've tried clearing the cache. Doesn't mean jack shit. It's disappeared. It's gone poof. Goodbye. Okay? So what happens now because of this, I've got at least 500 products on here that I have to go in each one by one because I don't do the bulk editing or whatever. So I got to go one by one and put the dimension of this item in the title because it doesn't exist in there because all this other detailed information was in the description. Plus the bulleted points, I have to change those too, and basically the information that was in the description, I have to transfer it up to the bullet points, okay? Because no description appears. So how is it going to help me? Who the hell is going to buy my product when you look at it and you don't have enough information on there other than the picture to buy it? So that's bullshit. So who's the Einstein that thought that up? But that was a good idea to get rid of the descriptions. Who's the Einstein that thought that up? That's what I like to know. So it's just that's a prime example of their bullshit. Okay, this is just total bullshit. And not only that, when you look at the product detail page for this particular product, the return policy is the item is non-returnable. In fact, I say this item is non-returnable. But if the item arrives damaged and or defective, you may request a refund or replacement. See, I have a return policy. And I put in there that I require a photo. Okay, but they still fucked me over. Excuse my language. They still screwed me over. Isn't that nice? So, back to the story. So what happens is this customer buys an item from me. About 2 weeks later, claims that the item, the color is different. Okay, so I have to bite my tongue when I'm dealing with customers, because you can't try and be nasty or whatever. But I think, okay. But I'm thinking bullshit, because the manufacturer can only print what I give them. And I do my base files in CMYK color format, and if I convert them to PNGs, which is RGB, if you put the CMYK file and the RGB file side by side, it looks exactly the same because it's based on CMYK, which has less color variations than RGB, if you made a graphic, okay? So that's how I do it. Plus, when I make the product, you get a mock-up. You look at that mock-up, put it against the original file, it looks the same. So other than slight variations in shading due to screen resolutions on your computer, phone, whatever, basically what you see is what you get. Okay? But this person claims that the color is a different color. Okay? But where's the photo? Okay? Where is it? So basically, Amazon processed this refund, this returnless refund for this person. She not proved nothing. She got her money back in full and kept my product. And I'm screwed. Who cares? My loss. So I phoned Amazon seller support more than once. Today it says retarded. I'm waiting half an hour on hold. I don't want to wait no more. I hang up, get them phone again. Wait another half hour, get this person. Person starts to talk and says, hello, hello, hello. Cut off. Then I had to request another call again. And I got a real winner the last time. I told him, make sure you don't cut me off. Because I phoned 3 times already. Spent half an hour, and again. Now that's a lot of wasted time. My time is worth something, okay? Why should I waste it doing this nonsense? Because someone else is basically what I think she is a crook. And I'll tell you why. When I have weird shit happen to me, I do little searches on the internet. I don't necessarily have to do anything with the information, but I just like to know what I'm up against. So in this particular case, even though Amazon cloaks phone numbers, not who cares. I do a search. Sometimes I have a suspicious sale. I'll do a search, a Google search for the address to make sure it's a real place, like it's a house or whatever it is. I remember one time years and years ago, I had this person wanted to order a whole shitload of stuff, and I thought, okay, I ain't going there. There's something wrong with this. I did a search on that, and it ended up being some empty lot thing and some looked like it was in the hood or something. Okay, so I didn't do that transaction because I knew I was going to lose money and get screwed. So I do that to protect myself from fraud. So if I have a funny feeling about something, I'll do a search and things will come up, right? Usually, I'm not usually wrong a whole lot. Instinct's usually right. Sometimes it could be wrong though. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's fine. But I want proof, right? So on this particular one, ugh, my asthma's acting up. On this particular one, I thought, okay, something's screwy Louie. So I did a search, and presumably this person has, how they'll do those things where you pay and you can bring public records up. So this person has some arrests, some criminal history. I thought, oh, well, I'm not surprised. Okay, so anyways, so that's what I brought up. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to phone this person or nothing because, that's not get me into trouble. You got to use your brain. But like I said, I have to contact this person. I'm trying to bite my tongue. So basically, bottom line is this. When I talked to the seller support, I tried to ask them, okay, did this customer have to present a photo to prove their claim? Because they claimed, and I don't want to get too personal with it, but I'm just saying, they claimed inaccurate, reason for the return was inaccurate website description, and said that a certain color and it's a different color what they got. Bullshit, lies, lies. I've been in business a long time. I'm not rich by any means, but I've been doing this for a long time. I've never once been accused of having an inaccurate website description. Not once, because you know what? I'm somewhat OCD with details. When I'm dealing with stuff like money, and when I do my website and my graphics and pictures, I'm like picky poo about everything. Like make sure try and make everything perfect. I know nothing's perfect, but I'm obsessive with that. I try and make everything perfect. I don't like making mistakes with business stuff, with money or anything like that. Okay, if I'm sick, because I get sick quite often, there's times I'm really sick. Hopefully I don't get a lot of orders, because if I got to process those guys, those buggers, I got to do it like three. I'll check it over 3 times to make sure I'm not making a mistake. And sometimes I do make mistakes. Once in a while I do, and I just deal with it. But I really try not to make mistakes. I don't want to make mistakes. Not with the business stuff. Okay. So, this person claims the return reason is an accurate website description. I'm calling bullshit on that, because I know how the printers work, okay? Once in a blue moon, especially when I'm starting out with some new manufacturer, I'll get a sample sent to me. I'll have them make something and send it to me so I can see the quality of it and it was printing correctly. Plus, you base also on your customers and how many bitchy complaints you get. I hardly get any. I don't get any complaints. Actually, I don't get any complaints at all on the printing itself. What I do get sometimes, if the item is busted in transit, like when they're shipping it, it gets damaged and broken somehow, and I have to replace. I send a free replacement. That's usually the problem I get, and I don't get that very often. But I've never, ever, ever, ever once ever had anyone complain that the color was different than what I show in the picture, because it's based on my graphic and the CMYK converted to RGB and do the mock-up, and then you put that. I always take the mock-up picture and I compare it to the original file and it looks the same, then I'm good to go. Okay, so it's the first time I've ever had this happen. First time. So, the ding dong in the Amazon customer service did not require a photo. But I tried to ask the seller support. I said, I want to know, did that person have to give a photo or not to prove their claim? That's different color. They say, well, some of them say that they can't tell me that. Others say they don't know. They're going to find out. Okay, so I'm not getting an answer on that. But the customer, because I sent more than one message to the customer, actually 3, asking for this photo because I want the photo. And the last message I said that I'm going to be contacting Amazon regarding this because I find it concerning regarding this returnless refund, which I do because I feel ripped off. And I bit my tongue because you know what? I don't like bullshit. I don't take bullshit from anybody. But because it's customer service, you business, you have to be careful what you say, right? So I try and say it as civil as I can, right? So what happens is I think the trigger was because I put in the last message, the third message, that I would be contacting Amazon regarding this issue because I find it concerning. I think that was a trigger. So then that kind of lit a fire under the customer somewhat, right? Figuratively speaking. So then the person messaged me back and says I'm extremely rude and they're never doing business with me again. I thought, oh, thank God for small miracles. You're not doing business with me again. Oh, whoop-de-doo. What kind of customer are you? I'm losing money because of you. You're not a customer. You're a joke. Okay? Doesn't even contact. She has a problem. She doesn't even contact me and let me fix the problem if there really is one. But she has to prove it first, right? Give me the photo. If there actually was, you know what? There's actually 0% chance of this being true. But let's say there is, because anything's possible, right? You got to be open to that. So I would say, okay, give me the photo. I look at the photo, I see the product, I compare it to the actual detail page. Other than minimal differences in shading due to resolutions, the screen resolutions when you're looking at computer or whatever, if there was really a difference in color, I would say, oh, the hell is this? I'm going to contact that manufacturer. I'm going to be up their ass and I'm going to find out what's wrong. And if I had to, I would order that particular product, have it made and sent up here. And I'd take a look at it and I'd be saying, okay, what are you guys doing? If you don't fix your problem, I can't, I'm sorry, I can't do business with you anymore. I'll find, because I have more than one manufacturer that I can deal with. So I'll get do business with somebody else because I'm going to lose money because you're not printing things properly. But it can't happen because based on the graphic files and the format with, like I said, the CMYK and the RGB, as long as your base file is done in CMYK, you're good to go. Because if you start with the RGB, you have all this color spectrum that you don't have with CMYK. So then if you convert it to CMYK, then some colors will not turn out the same way at all. They'll be totally different. Some won't change, but some change drastically. So that's why I base everything on a CMYK. And then if I have to convert it to a PNG, which is RGB, then it looks the same. Okay, so that's safe. So that way I know the customer's going to get what they're going to get and do the mock-up. Okay, so the customer basically sent me the message and said I'm rude, I'm never doing business with me again, which is a joke because she's not a customer. She's not a paying customer. She got a full refund, never contacted me at all with a problem, got a full refund and kept the product. That's not a customer. That's a liability. Okay? That's bullshit. Bullshit. And then the person who admitted that Amazon did not require her to send a picture of the item. There you go. How you like that? So some dumbass in Amazon customer service decided, who cares, because I'm not losing any money anyways. Amazon's not losing money. You're losing money as a third-party seller. Screw you. Who cares? So because of this policy with this $25 and under, or under $25, just to be safe, I'll say $25 and under, because if a penny makes you lose money, you better be safe than sorry. So I would say $25 and under. It doesn't matter. They can be any reason. It can, whatever. It don't matter. Prove it. Don't prove it. Don't matter. They give them the return automatic returnless refund. Automatic. Who cares? Okay. And if that isn't bad enough, then the customer actually says that they would, be very happy to send me a picture if I wasn't so rude. Really? So now it's my fault that she didn't send me a picture of the product. Really? And tell me I don't have good customer service? Really? Okay. Bullshit. You know, I'm thinking, okay, listen, if this person is honest, the customer that is, if the person's honest, they have a total 100% refund, total refund. They still have the item. What do they got to lose by sending me the damn picture? What? What? What do they got to lose by sending me the picture? Okay? To me, she doesn't want to send me the picture because she is a liar. Because she is a crook. She wanted to get this item for nothing by using this, I don't know if you want to call it a loophole or whatever. She wanted to use this returnless refund policy to get a free item. That's what I think. So this is bullshit, okay? So I tried, I told Amazon, I said, listen, I said, I want my money back. Because this person did not substantiate their claim. So why should I be at a loss? Because of their stupid policy. Yes, their policy, but it doesn't make sense. Okay? And you know what? This is the thing that makes me really angry is today, the last person I talked to, this guy actually had the nerve. I asked him, I said, okay, does Jeff Bezos know about this? And he's okay with this policy that you could be a crook and you buy something for under $25 or $25 and under or whatever from a third-party seller fulfilled by a merchant. And you can get the returnless refund. That's okay, even if you're a crook. Don't matter. You still get a full refund and get to keep the product. Don't matter. And he says, yeah, he knows about it. It's okay. He says, no problem. Can you believe it? So you know what? I said, you guys said you're all crooked. I said, this is bullshit. I said, that's not business, that's bullshit. That's what it is. It's a letter B, not for business, but bullshit. I said, no business operates like that. I says, go find some other legitimate private business that operates like that. Nobody does that. Nobody. Nobody. In fact, you'll often find, I guess other than maybe Amazon, because they're giving freebies away when someone else is paying for it. They don't just give away. I told the guys they don't give away refunds like to give candy to babies. They don't give it away like that. You got to prove it, right? You got to give a photo or something. It's not unreasonable. Come on. You're doing long distance transactions on the internet. It is not unreasonable to ask for photo proof. Everyone does this. I bought stuff myself, okay? And I don't use a cell phone, okay? I had a digital camera. Then my grandson, he was playing around with stuff and he killed it. Um, what do I do to take pictures now? I don't really need to take pictures. If I have to, I just, whatever. I don't know. I used to use that digital camera, whatever. I don't think I need to take pictures now, but if I had to, I get another one, I guess. I don't want a cell phone, so whatever. But everyone almost has, except me, I guess, has a cell phone. So they can use their cell phone to take a picture and then you can send it to the email or whatever. Um, so it's easy to take pictures. Before cell phones, it wouldn't be so easy, but yeah. Okay, so you just take the picture. It's not unreasonable. But you know what? I know this part where she claims that Amazon didn't require the picture. I believe that's true, that part of it. Because I know I had one time I ordered from Amazon, but up here in Canada, though. And this one I'm talking about is in the States. But Amazon is Amazon. Okay, I ordered this stuff. I had some, because I have a poodle, so I had puppy training pads and some carpet cleaner in the squeezy bottle thing. So it leaked all over the box, and it was all mushy to the point where Canada Post, they should have sent it back, but what they did was they put it all in a bag, like a plastic bag, and delivered it to me in that condition. And all the stuff in there was ruined, okay? So I had to get a replacement sent out, or my money back, but I took pictures of everything to prove it. And I have no problem with that because that's how it is, right? And then when I talked to the customer service saying, listen, you want the picture? I got the picture. No, they didn't want the picture. And they sent me out a replacement free of charge, right? So I know they do this. But the thing is, I had the pictures there. I had no problem giving the pictures. This person here, I think she does, because if she is legit and she can take a picture and she got her money back and she kept the product, why can't she give me the picture? She refuses to give me a picture, but she wants to blame it on me. She wants to do the shift blaming. So you know how people, when they're wrong or they screw you over, or they lie to you or crooked or something, what they do is to get the focus off of them, they point the finger at you and it's your fault. You know those people, I'm telling you, that's another thing, red flag, anyone that's always doing this, it's your fault. It's your fault. They always point the finger at you, it's your fault. They usually do that because they got something to hide and or covering up for their own ass because they're the ones who did the wrong, not you. So they want to point the finger at you to get the focus off of themselves, right? So why does this person want to blame me and say the reason they're more than willing to send me a picture, but they didn't send it to me because I'm so rude about it. Bullshit. Bullshit. I was not rude. I just stated the facts in all those messages. I never did the you did this, you did that. I stated facts about the color and that I need a picture to prove it. And if it is a problem, I'll deal with the manufacturer and all that and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so nothing rude at all. I think she considers it rude because I asked for proof, which is a picture. She don't like that. Because when she called customer service at Amazon, they obviously didn't do that. They don't think there's no reason to ask for photo proof of anything. They've just given the free refund and keep the product because it's 25 bucks and under, right? That's business. Not decreasing your risk of buyer fraud is good business. Is it? I don't think it is. Now, there's a fine line. You got to be careful because some people aren't telling the truth. But the point is, this is why you ask for photo proof, because then you can determine what's true and what's not true. And if someone refuses to give you photo proof, what's the reason? There's no reason. So I'm telling you, this person admits that Amazon do not require a photo to prove what she's saying. Next, she can falsely accuse me. I have a problem with that. Amazon doesn't give a shit. Number two, she would send me a picture if I wasn't so rude. Bullshit. She doesn't want to send me a picture because when she sends me a picture, I'm going to see that she's a liar. That's why she doesn't want to send a picture. Not good customer service, my ass. She never contacted me in the first place. She went over my head and went directly to Amazon to get the return list refund so she could get her money back and keep the goods. That's pathetic. For an item that cost $24.99, that's totally pathetic. Totally pathetic. So basically, when I contacted Amazon regarding this, because I told the person straight, I said, I want my money back. I won't get my money back, but I told the person, I said, I want my money back. I said, this is disgusting what you're doing. It's just wrong. I said, don't you know basic wrong and right and wrong? I said, we get taught right and wrong as a child. Or at least they did when I was young. Maybe not now, they don't do it. I don't know. And that Jeff Bezos guy's older than me. So wasn't he taught that? Right and wrong? Okay? Like, come on. But he's okay with this? Why is he okay with this? It's disgusting. Okay? It's just wrong. I don't give a shit who you are. I don't give a shit how big you are, how small you are, how rich or poor. Right is right and wrong is wrong. It don't matter. I'm no respecter of persons, okay? I don't care who you are. I don't give a shit if you got a crown on your head or you're wearing a potato, you're dressed in a potato sack. Right is right and wrong is wrong. So I have a major problem with this. Yeah, it's a small amount of money, but it's the principle of the thing, okay? And you get this happen enough times for a small business. It's like, fuck this. Why should I do this? I'm working for not just nothing, but negative numbers. Why? It's hard enough as it is to make money doing your own business. Why should I do this bullshit? Why should I? Why should I? Why should I can't depend on Amazon. Amazon is not my platform. I don't control it. Why should I go through this shit? If they're not going to be fair to me, why should I do this? That's the other part I don't understand. That Jeff Bezos guy, he's got billions of dollars or whatever he's got, right? I don't know his exact what. He's got lots of money, right? More than he'll ever use that he needs. He doesn't need that money to be happy, okay? And the point is this. Why can't he make it with the third-party sellers where everyone wins? Where he wins because he has all these third-party sellers selling stuff on his site. He makes money off the fees, and if people, heaven forbid, they want to do the FBA, which I would never do, but if they want to do it, okay, whatever. Makes money off of that. And then be fair, and then the third-party seller makes lots of money. Everyone's happy. But no, they can't do that. Okay? They got to make it good for me, screw you. Right? So if I make sales, yeah, they'll take them. They take a fee that's too high as it is, okay. And if I got a good customer, okay, fine. It's not even my customer. That's the other thing too. It ain't my fucking customer because Amazon now cloaks the phone numbers of the customers with these fake phone numbers they make. If you're going to put a phone number on for the shipping, for purpose of shipping, in case they need to contact, like the carrier needs to contact the customer for delivery reasons, right? So now they even cloak the phone number, so you don't even get the real person's phone number. You can easily search for it on the internet nowadays, but they don't give it to you, okay? And it's not your customer per se. It's actually Amazon's customer, even though you're on their platform selling as independent third-party sellers because you're doing fulfillment by merchant. So, what kind of bullshit is that? It's not even your customer, and you're going to work your arse off and get fucked like this and get these returnless refunds and lose money. And like it's not a lot of money. No, but you know what? $25 and under, just to be safe, we'll say $25 and under. That adds up for a small business, okay? Four fucked up sales, it's $100. Okay? And it makes a difference because like I said before, if you did it on your own, the refund, if you approved it, you could save that sale. In some instances, you could save the sale, cost you nothing. Or you could replace it and maybe break even, make a little itty bitty profit. And in some cases, yeah, you're going to lose. But the way they have it set up, you're guaranteed to lose. So because of this bullshit, I changed all my prices. I will sell nothing under $26. $26 is the lowest price on anything. Unless they change it again. And I want it so that I have control over those refund requests, not Amazon. So, $26 is the lowest I'm going, number one. Number two, in the return settings, I put on there that I have to provide the return authorization number, okay? I think it's RMA, Return Merchant Authorization or whatever. I have to provide that number, not to be automatically generated by Amazon. I need to provide that number. And I also made sure with my refund policy thing, I put in there a notation I didn't have in, but I did put in there. Because I said I do replacements and or full refunds or whatever, but whatever. I put on there photo proof, photo is required. I don't know why I left that out, but whatever. So if that doesn't cover my ass and keep the scammers away from me, then basically I think my days on Amazon are going to be numbered. I'm not going to put up with their shit no more. It is worth it. As it is right now, I'm going to focus on my website because I have to update it. Because like I said, with the virus, I've been not really doing a whole lot because I didn't want to. It's not worth the headache. Too many problems. So, yeah. Plus, I changed web hosting a while back. So I have to do, I don't know. It's a lot of work. So I'm gonna, my first priority is gonna be the website. And you know what? This is the thing too. When you're doing your own website, it's harder in some ways because you're not branded like a major retailer. But you know what? Even if you made a little bit of money on your own website, you're still further ahead than you are on Amazon if you get screwed over with these returnless refunds and all these other bullshit problems. So it's better to make a little bit of money and keep it than to make a whole lot of money and it goes out the window because of these returnless returns. And I've seen also on YouTube and that they have videos of people telling you how to scam Amazon and get away with this, do this shit. And like I said, that last guy I talked to on Amazon, he don't care. He said he don't care. They don't care. They will give that return even if you're a crook. They don't care. Isn't that nice? And you're supposed to do business with people. I'm just supposed to put your products on that platform and sell it because supposedly you get access to all their customers, right? And you have to pay a monthly fee to be a professional seller. So you're basically paying them to screw you over, plus the fee they make on each transaction. And what you get back for that is basically bend over. That's what you get back for that. For them to screw you over and for them to enable, and let's say it how it is, if the person is doing what I think they did, which I'm almost 99.9999% sure they did, which constitutes buyer fraud, which happens to be illegal. Buyer fraud. And in fact, the dodo that I talked to from Amazon, I told the guy, I said, you know what? Because this person's probably a crook. I can't prove it, but chances are based on the background check and all that. So this person got a full refund. The person has my product. I said, legally speaking, she has my property. That item belongs to me because she hasn't paid for it. Because she has her money back. Do you think they care? They don't give a rat's ass. They don't care. They don't care. Doesn't mean shit to him. He don't care. Isn't that nice? Real decent people, eh? I told him what I thought of him. I said, you guys are crooks. I don't care. You know what? They can suspend my account and kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned. I said how it is. I said, you guys are crooks. And I could care less. They suspend my account, they may be doing me a favor. Because like I said, I got to be self-disciplined because that's not one of my strong points and just focus on my website. Because I'm not getting anything out of this. This is horse shit. And there's no get rich quick scheme on Amazon or anywhere else. It's a lot of work. Okay, so why should I put all this work into a platform that doesn't give a shit if somebody screws me, doesn't give a shit if they screw me over and enable buyer fraud? Why should I put my effort into a platform that does not care that they enable buyer fraud? Are they on my side? I don't think so. I think Amazon does what's good for Amazon, and that's about it. And people complain about eBay, but eBay is more fair to sellers than Amazon. And I'll tell you a quick story about that. I don't know if it could have changed now, maybe, because they changed some things with their payment and all that now. But I'll tell you a story about eBay regarding buyer fraud and how it was different. I had a case that was a couple years ago. A person bought an item from me, and again, I'm not going to get too personal, whatever. This person bought an item from me, and then did not contact me or anything, and then I got this chargeback. I thought, what the hell? I never get chargebacks. So I figured out by doing the checking around. I know I should be a detective because I'm pretty good with this checking things out. So I did this checking thing, and I figured out that this person, who this person is, and where she lives, and then she lives with her mom, and that address where the parcel was delivered was this other person that's in the same area. That's just someone who she knows. So I think this is what she did. Use this credit card to buy something, have it delivered to somebody else's house that's not related to her, and then claim unauthorized use for the credit card to get a charge back so they can get the item for free. Okay, so I gathered all my evidence and all the proof of this, and then what I did was I contacted the eBay and I said, this is what's going on. This is fraud. This is bullshit. Now, what happened was, um, the person got away with the chargeback. The bank approved, like, gave them what they asked, granted that. But I did contact PayPal, and they somehow, I don't know how they did. This is quite a while ago. I think what they did was they did something else. I did end up getting my money back though, but they did it some different way. So I don't blame PayPal for this. A lot of people don't like PayPal. I've never personally had a problem with PayPal. Always been fair to me, but this is what happened. Okay, so like I said, that's the first time it's ever happened since I've been in business. It's a shock. I was like, wow, what is this? Okay, so this is what happened. I proved what this person was doing, that she was doing buyer fraud. She's a crook, basically. So you know what happened with eBay? They investigated it. They took all my evidence and investigated it. And that person became not a authorized user or registered user. So it's NA, I'm thinking NARD or NAURD or something like that. She became not an authorized user, so they banned her account. They closed her account, banned it. I got that person knocked off of eBay because she was a crook. Okay, but I had to prove it. I proved it, and eBay's not dumb. They figured it out by going through all her history. I think she did this to other people, other sellers on there. So they pieced it all together. Okay, so she got bumped off eBay. She got banned off eBay. There's the difference between eBay and Amazon, how they handle people that I'm pretty sure this person's crooked based on what I did research and the way they're behaving, doing the finger pointing, the blame shifting, refusing to send a picture. You know what? Actions speak louder than words. You can say whatever you want. You can say, "Oh, I was going to send you a picture, but you're being a jerk, so I'm not going to send it to you." Yeah. How convenient is that? Really? The real truth is, if you decipher what that really means, it means I'm a crook and I don't want you to know that I'm a crook and prove it. So of course they ain't gonna send you a picture, because if I send you a picture, it's gonna prove I'm a crook. Yeah, they ain't gonna tell you that, are they? So they're gonna point finger at you. Oh, it's because of you. You made me do it. It's like someone doing something. Oh, the devil made me do it. It's not my fault. The devil did it. He made me do it. Yeah, anyone that's old enough that remembers Flip Wilson, he was always doing, the devil made me do it. Yeah, right. Bullshit. Bullshit. So isn't this a nice kettle of fish? So this is how they handle stuff, huh? They do this crap. So you know what? I'm just giving, to say my experience. And warn anyone selling on here, watch your backside, because these people aren't out for you. They're not out to help you. They're all for themselves. They don't give a rat's ass about you. It's all about the bucks and what's good for Amazon. Amazon does what's good for Amazon. That's just how it is. And you know what? This is the joke. Who's the joke really on, right? In the end, you know what? You can't take it with you, if you know what I mean. So when your life is over, you look at eternity. The money isn't going to do anything for you then. So you know what? The end result, if you're honest and you're not rich, you're better off. As long as you have your needs met, you can live a comfortable life. I don't think nothing wrong with that, right? Just don't be greedy. Do what's right. Basic right and wrong. That's the other thing. I don't understand how people don't understand what basic right and wrong is. Is that a style or something? I mean, I'm talking to this guy in the Amazon. You can tell that he doesn't give a shit what's right and wrong. He has no morals whatsoever. He could care less. And yet he's going to say the company, they're okay with all this. What kind of business is that? Yeah, they make lots of money. So what? It's still wrong. Who cares? So this whole thing sucks. So, me personally, I'm going to be focusing on the website. Fuck this shit. I do other venues. They're not a priority. I had enough. So, other than that, if anyone else is on Amazon, just be careful, because uh, just be aware of this, if you're not already, this returnless refund crap. And how you can get screwed. Because you know what? Customer can go over your head, get the automatic refund, because it's under 25 bucks. Fuck you. The other thing too, that's at a disadvantage for me, but maybe to other people if you're in Canada, because you need the US you're selling on Amazon US, you need the US address for the return for under the 25 bucks, right? Do you think me as a small business, I'm going to be paying someone who knows who to do returns for me and get a US based address? That's bullshit. That doesn't make any sense, because you know what? All the money you're going to do for this, and then all the money for shipping, for products that could be damaged and aren't resellable, and if you resell it, you're not going to get the full value. What's the point? No, that's stupid. I would never do it. It makes more sense to me to do the replacements if warranted. You break even at the worst case scenario, break even, make a little bit of profit, or in some instances, you do the full refund and take it as a loss. And that's it. But not like this, where you're going to sell a whole shitload of product, you get all these crooks that think can get something for the people that belong to the Something for Nothing Club. And then they are going to do this crap on you and get their full refund and keep the product. Bullshit. I ain't doing it. Bullshit. Now this has been long. It's almost an hour. Oh my goodness, I talk a lot. Okay, so I'm done with that. So that's my story on Amazon. Not very pleased at all. Totally sucks. Disgusting. Thank you for listening. Bye.